Good afternoon, fam. It's your man Dame D, NYDC, coming to you live from the DMV. We're here with with some guests that I'm really proud of. I think they are amazing in what they do, what they've done, and what they continue to do. Um, it's just amazing and it's inspiring when you have guests like this today that are empowering people and positively impacting our community. I just can't say enough. And I'm going to go ahead and let Lisa go ahead and do her thing and introduce our guest today because I'm just excited and I can't wait to talk to him.
I know, right? Mm-hmm. Well, our guest today, to Mike's Up family, the Halls, Tracy and Ernisha Hall.
Okay.
Yes. Woo, woo. The owners and the founders of NIRAY Digital and Company, and they also are the founders of the Virginia Black Business Directory, which is a directory that is also online for all Black businesses to sign up, and they also have an app. I love these ladies personally,
right?
But professionally, their vision and their innovative style is what always drives me to them. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are introducing Tracy and Ernisha Hall. Woo-hoo! Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Come on now. What's up, ladies? How y'all doing today?
We're good. Thank you. Yes. Doing well. Thank you.
All right.
And it's your anniversary, so we ain't gonna forget that part.
Okay.
The anniversary.
Yes, it is.
4 years of Black love. We love it.
Yes. Thank
you guys. I do want you to tell us a bit about NIRAY. I kind of zipped past that, but I'll leave that to you guys.
So NIRAY LLC is a website, graphic design, and branding company. We started in 2018, and we have been upward since then. We've had over 100 plus clients throughout the United States.
Wow.
And continue to grow. Our business, what we like to do is focus on small businesses, small minority businesses, and we like to provide them with the tools they need to compete. We want people to have the best branding, have the best look so they can sit on the Sephora shelves, the Target shelves. We want to make sure that they're coming, for lack of a better word, coming correct so that products and their brand is taken seriously. So that's what we try to do. Like I say, we like to beautify our clients' brands, and so that's what we specialize in.
You guys do a great job because I will say, just on the rollout of what I've seen with the United Black Council and what you're doing with Lisa. Yeah, Lisa, that's right. I'm talking about you. Yeah. That work, it's amazing. Just on that landing page, it's amazing. So I can't wait to see what else you've done.
Okay. So, ladies, and the NIRAY is one portion, and then we have the Virginia Black Business Directory. Go ahead and let us know about that. I love the Virginia Black Business Directory, but you let the people know about it.
Thank you. So, the Virginia Black Business Directory came along because online, we're in different groups, different social media groups, and even through our clients, we've been asked, hey, do you know someone who does this? You know, a Black company that prints T-shirts, or a Black attorney that knows about copyright laws or trademarking. We've been asked about so many different professions that Black people are able to excel in and, produce excellence in. And so one day, we talked about it maybe a year ago. And I said, let's start a directory. Well, our bandwidth, with it just being two of us, we weren't able to do that.
Okay.
Then in January of this year, I had a little free time on my hands. Tracy was sleeping, and she slept a little later than normal. I called one of our good friends, Michelle Riddick, and I said, hey, what you think if I start this today? She said, go for it, girl. And I had told her what Tracy and I previously talked about. And while Tracy was asleep, I started to bring our vision to life. And I designed a website for the directory. Mm-hmm. Then she woke up. I said, hey, I need you to fix this up. Just like that, the directory began, because oftentimes we question ourselves as business people. We want to have the plan perfect. We want to have everything exactly how we want it to be.
Right.
We do life, even when we're planning families and we're looking for a new job. We just want things to be so perfect that we never get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Felt like that day there was no better time. The new year had just begun. We were 1 week into the new year, and it was time to help Black businesses excel. So with that, we created a website for Black businesses in Virginia, encompassing the DMV, because we have so many clients within the DMV, and we're all cousins ultimately. And then within 30 days, we were able to develop the mobile app. So the Virginia Black Business Directory is not only online on a website, we also have the mobile app on the Apple and Google Play platform.
Wow. That's impressive. That's impressive. So, can you kind of explain, because what does it really entail? Like, or can you kind of overview? Because that's kind of in depth, and that's really something that I don't know a lot of people of color, men or women, to have a mobile app. And, I know it's probably a lot, but can you kind of gloss over and kind of hit some specifics on how you went about developing that and what goes into developing an app like that?
Well, essentially, we were able to collaborate with individuals that could help us along the process. But really, it's the hardest part is getting approved by Apple. That's when you really think about developing an app. I'm not even going to say Google Play. No shade to them. They're wonderful, but their requirements are not as strong.
Gotcha.
If Apple doesn't believe that your app is aesthetically the way they want it to present, if you don't have features on there, if anyway it just a mobile site, like when your website is on mobile, they're not going to approve it. So they have a development area for Apple mobile app developers, and they will give you feedback. I will say the app was denied quite a few times because they believed it was not interactive enough. They said that the app originally was too much like a mobile website, so there was no need to have an app for that.
Wow, really?
Oh, wow.
Wow. So
I will say that was probably the best feedback and the hardest part of the process more than anything. And the company that we are working with that has been helping us, pretty much it's set up now. So all we do all the work now. They created the original setup for us, and we do all the work of creating, adding features and uploading, adding businesses. So we do everything from here forward. And Apple has approved us, so we never have to worry about that again unless we want to change the app.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's a good thing. I love the app. I love it. And especially now with everything that's going on in the climate, I have that app handy and ready. If I need something, plug it on in.
That's awesome. I mean, I appreciate you guys for that. And even just one other question, just talking about that. So with the growth of the VABBD, or the Virginia Black Business Directory, I noticed over the last couple of days, I've seen quite a few more of your posts and everything, and it was really awesome to see over, well, not our holiday, but their holiday, your promotion. So how is that gaining ground and gaining traction for you guys? Are more people starting to actually get involved and participate in the Virginia Black Business Directory?
Absolutely. I'll say before this weekend, we had about 450 businesses listed. Within our special that we offered a special just for 2 days to list for free.
Okay.
Keeping in mind, it's only $10 a year to list. That is our rate this year. That is the special that we're offering this year. That rate will increase as our benefits increase, because we are a nonprofit organization and we want to be able to sponsor or hold events that celebrate Black business. So this weekend, we were able to get, I think it was about 93 businesses signed up between Friday and Saturday.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's right. That's awesome.
Yeah, so now we're probably at 550 Black-owned businesses within the DMV listed on the VA Black Business Directory.
Awesome. That I just wanted to put that out there, because when I saw it, I was like, people would have to be you had to be a fool not to invest in yourself for free. First of all, I mean, $10 for the year is
that's
amazing.
Free.
Right, that's free. We all waste $10 on some bull every day. So free, like, you had to be foolish not to jump on that. And I just wanted to share that because I thought that was amazing when I saw it. And congratulations to you guys. And I hope that continues to take off. You guys are doing amazing work in our community.
Thank you. Thank you.
So on that note, we're going to take a quick second to take a pause for the cause and hear a few words from our sponsors, and we'll be right back after the break.
Friends, it's coming on that time of year where our opinions and, more importantly, our votes will matter. Political Dragon understands this is not only on the national level, but also in our local districts. Many of us in the community have had enough, and we feel there is a time for change. Head over to www.etsy.com/shop/political dragon and order your Enough t-shirt today.
Hello, listeners. As many of you may be aware that Blackout Day 2020 is just around the corner. July 7th, 2020 is the official date. If you're a black business owner in the DC, Maryland, or Virginia area, take a minute to head over to the Virginia Black Business Directory and join today. Get listed in the fastest growing directory in our area. Help support other black businesses and also add yours to the business directory today. It's time for us to build a network of black businesses that will help serve to educate, empower, and positively impact our black communities here and around the DMV. Go to www.vablackbusinessdirectory.com today. We're back with today's fabulous guests, Tracy and Ernisha Hall from NIRAY, and it's NIRAY LLC. Am I correct? Make sure we get it right for everybody. We're going to continue our conversation and move on, to another part of what these two sisters are doing, which again I find to be incredible. And first of all, before I even ask this question, like, how do you guys come? Who's the thinker? Who's the doer? Or do you do this together as a collaborative? Like, how does this work?
Dynamic duo.
I'll answer that one. Nisha is the thinker and the doer. Honestly, I don't think I've ever met someone that works so hard all the time. I could literally say I want something. Let's say I want this type of business. She's going to do the research and make sure it happens. That's how NIRAY came about. She was doing graphics for our family and friends, and someone said to her, one of her good friends, maybe you guys should start a business doing this. And Nisha started a business, and it became a full-fledged functioning company. Of months, it felt like. Same thing with the Black Business Directory. Like she said, I was asleep. She woke up, wanted to do it, and it was there. Okay. And when I woke up, it wasn't, do you want? It was, I need you to fix this so we can make this look good. Okay. Nisha's the think tank. I mean, I definitely have my ideas and things like that, but I'm the type of person, I have a bunch of ideas, and I'm the one that's looking for the perfect moment, and she's the doer. So she gets it done, and she'll say, we can fix it as we go on, but you can't not do it because you want it to be perfect. So I give all the credit for everything that we have as far as all these businesses to her, because these are her ideas. I'm just here to make sure that she has the support that she needs. So
that's what's wonderful. That is wonderful.
And I'll say this about Tracy. She probably, I know this about Tracy. This was not her vision, neither of these things. And it was not his skill set. But look at our portfolio of websites. 95% of those websites designed. She designed over 50 websites last year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They are all her. This is not something that she went to school for. Tracy self-taught on website design and continues to, because now that we are called Wix partners, Wix, and so they actually send us, in addition to Wix sending us clients, there's a company called IDX, which they're a developer for IDX brokers. When you buy a house, how there's an MLS listing. Well, they also train you, and they have been trained so that we could start developing websites for real estate agents and connecting and offering that MLS listing. So through all of these trainings and partnerships with different companies, we are learning a lot, and our skill set is growing in both the Adobe Suite, website design, and graphic design skills. And so I definitely commend Tracy, because she does put the effort in to make sure that she learns what we need to know in order for both businesses to excel.
Wow. And I know as a client of you guys, when you did my menus, I mean, the professionalism and the customer service was awesome, and the work was great. 100%. And that's what drew me, because when you're doing business level things, you kind of get intimidated because you're a new business, and you're expected to know anything. My consultation with you guys was phenomenal, first because I like the way that you made me feel at ease. Like, don't worry, you're in good hands. This is your business, but this is our forte. We can match your vision and make it and then I just felt so comfortable. So I do want to give your customer service a grade A on that.
Well, we appreciate that. Nisha has a strong history in customer service, as well as I, and that's something that I think a lot of people who use Black business, they say that that's lacking in Black business customer service. So we strive to do away, I guess, with that stigma. Yes, mm-hmm. As she perfectly put it. So that's something that we're very proud to say that we do offer. We do whatever we possibly can to make sure that our clients are happy, even if that means we have to go back to the drawing board. So that's something that we pride ourselves on. And Lisa is one of the first people that got a menu from us. We are so beautiful have contributed to our growth of NIRAY. One thing that we want to be able to do as we're getting interns is eventually start throwing out some tidbits, throwing out some information. One of the biggest things that Black-owned businesses fail to do is get reviews. So the mobile app for the VA Black Business Directory allows you to review the businesses. Go online, give them the feedback. I do always suggest, before you rate a business anything less than a 5, you reach out to whomever owns that businesses or manages it. If they are willing to rectify the problem first. Right. And give them that opportunity to correct their mistake, because we are all human, before we tarnish their business name. Agreed. One thing that we're proud to say is NIRAY is rated a 5-star on Google, and we have over 112 ratings. Okay. Well, we have 112 ratings. That is because we plead with our clients. If you are not happy, please be honest. Do not leave our workspace with anything less than what you expect.
And that's how it should be. I think, like you guys just hit on, a lot of our businesses, we don't know how to communicate with each other. Business owners think that they know everything sometimes because it is their baby, and you take it personal when you hear some type of negative feedback. And sometimes if you just step away, it's not negative. It's something that may be able to help you. Like you said, before leaving that negative comment, reach out, let us know so we can work together to fix it. Then that makes your experience that much more positive, and they can leave you positive ratings. And you guys, from the time that I've met you and just in conversations, I've been extremely impressed with your overall process, and that's why we wanted to have you guys on. It's an inspiration to everyone, and we're going to talk about the next thing that I found amazing that you are working on, which is the census. And please, yeah, right. I mean, so I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys, please go ahead and share with everybody what that is, and give our listeners an explanation of what's going on.
So, another out of niches. The census basically came from, so we were hearing a lot about My Black Receipt, where there was businesses imploring the Black community to upload receipts to see how much the Black community was spending collectively, to see the power behind the dollar. And Nisha had an idea and started researching. So she went on the U.S. Census Bureau's website and did some research about how they collect data on Black businesses themselves, not necessarily the consumer side. What we learned is that there's an annual business survey that's done each year, and the most recent was in 2018. However, when we looked at the numbers for Stafford County, Spotsylvania County, and Fredericksburg City, the numbers were disproportionately low. And so that got Nisha thinking. So, for example, the number of businesses in Spotsylvania, Stafford, and Fredericksburg totaled over 35,000. However, with that 35,000, only 77 were considered to be Black-owned. As she stated, we have over 100 some odd businesses from this area alone right now listed in the Black Business Directory. So that 35,000 accounted for over $11 million, but the 77 that identified as Black, we only accounted for $96,000. So that's a very small percentage of money that is accounted for in this area as making an impact. And we know that government funding, any type of contracts, anything that has to do with federal grants, loans, anything to that sort is going to be dependent upon how much need they find in this community. And so with the number of businesses that were reported as Black owned, we knew there was something wrong with this census. And although they state that it is, what is it? What do they call it? So they said it's a random survey. What they do is, based on EIN number, they send out this survey to business owners. They don't know what the race or background is of this business. However, it is not sent to every business. It is documented on the U.S. Census website that in order to keep costs down, it would be too costly to send this survey to every business owner within the United States. So, okay, we can give that to you. Fine. You want to do a random sample, but a random sample should be representative of the population. And granted, the business owners get to choose what their nationality is. But are you telling me that of 35,000 businesses in this community, only 77 business owners stated that they were Black owned? Well, I could say I spoke to a few of my Black owned businesses out here, and none of them have ever been sent this.
So my question is, because that's a lot of heavy information. The information that you just shared has to definitely digest, right? So where I am stuck on is 77 businesses identified as Black. So out of the 77 businesses that year, my question is, they only made $96,000 for 77 businesses.
And that's accounting with some wealth in it. So these surveys were for Spot C and Fredericksburg technically because staff reported 0 Black-owned businesses in that year. And Fredericksburg City only identified 26. Yes. So that's Spotsylvania County. And what I'm going to say is I'd love to know who those 77 businesses were, but essentially they could have been mom and pop. What they're supposed to report is their gross, but they may have reported their net. Mm-hmm. So we're not sure if there's a margin of error there, and we have to take that into consideration. This report does allow you to see the entire United States. We elected to write a summary report for this area. However, our Black business census is for the entire state of Virginia. So if someone in Prince William County says, you know what, hey ladies, can we have a summary report for Prince William County? We are more than happy to develop a summary report, but we're expecting that they are taking this census because your advocates and your leaders can use these numbers to generate wealth and revenue in your community by showing the power in Black dollars. And what I said is it made it even more astonishing for us because, as noted on the census website, this survey is mandatory. So they are fined if they don't take this survey. And so this survey has 100% completion rate. So with that being said, we were shocked because there really was no margin of error in terms of completion. So the numbers were what they were. It wasn't because people decided not to fill it out. They are fined if they don't take this survey. And so this survey has 100% completion rate. So with that being said, we were shocked because there really was no margin of error in terms of completion. So the numbers were what they were. It wasn't because people decided not to fill it out. And we just got a link to the entire database because it's public record. Mm-hmm. So there's if you ever want to do it yourself.
Yeah, that's totally mind-boggling because even the numbers. So that would mean that out of the 77, I mean, I'm no mathematician, but what, $1,200 or something you made for the whole year? If that number isn't indeed accurate, so a whole 77 businesses only made $1,200 or some odd dollars. That just sounds a little. I don't know how to say it.
It sounds like there's a lot of skew to that because, like I said, I'd be interested in how many were, that they consider white women as businesses or minority businesses. So, I mean, even in that, those numbers may be further skewed, but it's just mind-boggling with those numbers.
And those numbers, that 77 wasn't even inclusive of the minority, but you're right. That skews the number because, even when me and Nisha were going for our SWAM certification, we didn't realize that white women were considered a minority.
Mm-hmm.
So, that does skew those numbers a lot because it feels like a double dip at times, right?
Exactly what it is. You took the words right out my mouth. It's a double dip.
Yep.
So
we're competing if we're going after contracts, we're competing against people who we know historically are going to get those contracts before us because they can say they're minority when they're really not. And so the Virginia Black Business Directory has the link to the census on it, or you can go directly to myblackbusinesscensus.com in order to complete the Black Business Census itself. So either way, through the directory or directly through the website, you can get to the census link.
That's what we needed for our listeners to hear. Like I said, I'm thankful, like Lisa so eloquently said, you two ladies have been at the forefront and spearheading so many different things. I mean, I can't tell you how proud I am of the two of you. I'm even more blessed to even have the opportunity to know you and interact with you on daily and different topics and different things going on. Not only in Northern Virginia but in and around the DMV area. I'm going to say, I wish you guys nothing but continued success. Want to have you back because there's another portion that we did not touch on today, and we've talked about that I want to be able to share with everyone because you guys have a tremendous story on just how you met and the things that you've gone through as a couple. And it touched me when I first heard it, so I'd like to be able to bring you guys back and share that with everyone else. But I'm going to digress, and I'm going to go ahead and let Lisa turn loose because I see her looking at me. She ready to jump in like double dutch. Go ahead.
Well, I cannot wait for that episode because, like I said, I love the Halls. I love their intelligence. I love their love. I love their business savvy. I love their innovation and their willingness as a couple to do things in the community. I've lived in the Stafford community for 23 years, and I have not in this area experienced anything that the Halls has brought to this area. So I'm a fan. So I have nothing more to say, but I wish them the best and continued success, especially in the movement. And we're looking forward to see what's next. And we definitely want everyone to get with the Black Business Directory. We want you to go ahead and register at the census and to know that NIRAY LLC is available for all your digital and marketing needs. So thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Ernisha. Love you guys.
Yeah,
thank you.
If I can, just before you go, just go ahead one more time. I know a lot of times people they can't see, but introduce yourselves and go ahead where they can find you at on your social media platforms. If they want to reach out to you and find out more about what you guys do, please go ahead and before we go ahead and get out of here, just introduce yourselves one more time for our listeners.
I'm Ernisha Hall. Our website and social media handles are www.nirayllc.com. So on Instagram and Facebook, you can find us at nirayllc.com. And I'm Tracy Hall. And you can also find the directory at vablackbusinessdirectory.com on both Facebook and Instagram, as well as www.vablackbusinessdirectory.com. And one more drop. We do got a magazine, an online magazine too.
Okay, all right. Well, go ahead, drop that.
That next time.
Okay, all right. Look, that's a teaser. That's a whole other episode. We're going to come back for that one. All right. And it's NIRAY, right? And it's spelled NIRAY?
Yes.
Okay, so I just want to make sure if you could just spell it out for the listeners because I know some of us in our community, we spell things differently. So I want to make sure that they can find you guys correctly.
Thank you.
All right, that's today's show. So, family, stay tuned for next week's episode. We're going to have two amazing guests to come in and start our educational series. And man, these queens will fire with the knowledge and education on how to go ahead and go through preparing to buy a home. So, stay tuned. We'll be dropping some information during the week to talk about the upcoming episode. So that's all we have for today, family. As always, feel free to follow Two Mics Up online at www.twomicsup.com. Feel free to follow us on IG, Instagram, and Twitter at twomicsup.com. Send us an email with questions or concerns at vp@twomicsup, and we look forward to seeing you next week. As always, stay safe, stay blessed. Mics out.